examining public financial management in fragile states. Financial management issues characteristic of fragile states include widespread corruption, fraud, low tax collection and highly bureaucratic environments that result in slow decision-making. What do we mean when we talk about fragile states? Weak governance frameworks, ineffective parliamentary systems and the absence of political accountability are all factors that contribute to the concept of fragility. In contrast to stable nations, which are less vulnerable to collapse or conflict as a result of social or economic shocks, fragile states may experience sudden social upheaval and violence as a reaction to change. Without consistent government, the management of public funds in fragile states is often dogged by inefficiencies, inaccuracies and economic crime. Citizens can be left vulnerable to extreme hardship if these issues surrounding public sector finance are not addressed. The Fragile States Index, FSI, published annually by the Fund for Peace, classifies nations according to their level of stability. The index weightings are based on a number of different indicators including economic decline and the provision of public services to citizens. Each nation included in the FSI is given a numerical ranking, from those considered most sustainable to very high alert. The 2019 FSI gives the highest rankings to Finland, Norway and Switzerland, branding them the world's most sustainable nations. Conversely, the FSI named Yemen the most fragile state in 2019, followed closely by Somalia and South Sudan. Each of these nations has suffered from violent conflict, leaving their citizens in varying degrees of poverty and insecurity. Broadly, these fragile states have poor infrastructure and weak public financial management bodies, among other issues that are both causes and effects of political instability. Characteristics of fragile states. Financial management issues characteristic of fragile states include widespread corruption, fraud, low tax collection and highly bureaucratic environments that result in slow decision-making. At SIPFA, we're doing our part to help address fragility in several countries around the world. By reducing the fragility of governments through better financial management, we can improve citizens' access to vital public services, regardless of borders. There has been some success in bolstering the ability of fragile states to effectively manage their finances. However, while poverty rates have reduced on a global scale, the number of poor people living in fragile states is still increasing. To combat issues related to fragility, for more on this story, visit the news article link.